back home. So that was probably done in 96, 97, just before I went to Austin.
Okay.
And there was supposed to be more songs, but we didn't have time to finish it. I had to get gone.
Right,
And
right, right.
and now I probably got enough now for a double album.
Okay, so is this the only music you have out right now? I'm getting it from Apple here, but is that the only one that you got out, or do you
Yep.
got more?
Yep. And we got like 8 in the can right now, ready to go. And it's going to be released this summer, probably with 11 songs on it.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, what would you consider your style? Southern rock, country rock, folk? What would you consider your style?
Southern rock, country, guitar, swing, and blues.
That's got covered.
You know what I liked about it, Bruce, when I started with it is
Yeah.
it was everything covered from bluegrass right up to, like you said, blues.
Right,
So
right.
when I listen to that album, I hear all of that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and I met Greg when I was a wee laddie. So,
I was just gonna ask how you guys got together and how you met there.
well, I used to watch Greg's first, well, not his first band, one of his bands rehearsed when I was just a young lad at my grandma's. They rehearsed in the fairgrounds in Paris beside my grandmother's house. So I'd go over there and sit there, and these guys were nice enough to let me in. I was one of those young kids that wanted to play, right? And they used to let me sit there for hours and listen to them play. So it was really cool.
Wow.
Good bunch of guys back then for sure.
Is that hard? Is that hard as a drummer, Devin, to with when someone's got different styles like that? Like it's, AC/DC, we can all do AC/DC because it's one style. We all got that. But when you have lots of different styles, does that make it hard for the members in the band to kind of transition or learn new material or?
Well, for me, it's the first time in my life I've had 3 different kinds of sticks.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Seriously, for sure. Like I've got brushes, I've got blast sticks, I've got real sticks, and it's the first time ever that I've had to use all that in one show.
Wow.
he's got to be quick on his feet because I never used to do set lists, just used to call them. But now it's got to be in order because it's got to be blast sticks or brushes or sticks. And
Yeah, it's a lot of the things when I started with Greg too is I did like that no set list. You just played whatever he was going at next.
Yep.
And you had no idea what that was going to be. You give a night.
well,
That was fun. But now that we're getting more serious, right? And
we're banging sets off, and there's
more originals. We're not playing those bars till 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
We've got 3 45-minute sets.
festivals.
Yeah, we're trying to do festivals and stuff, so we're being professional at it. So it's becoming more professional though, for sure.
And as soon as we pop a song off, we're into the next one, unless I do some banter about the story of how Stolen Pride was written or how the particular way I came up with this song. But short and sweet, and then we get right back into the song. Because once I build the momentum up with the room, I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, that's a very important part that I find a lot of I'm going to say newer musicians miss, and you can really see the difference. And I'm not criticizing anybody to do because I know how hard it could be to do. But if you go to a I'm going to say a big band like like AC/DC or something, like you can see that they already go right into the next song or they already know where they're going next. Whereas when you go see other bands, well, they tuning their instruments and they're like trying to figure out, are we going to do this one next? And it takes away from the flow, like you say. So I always tell people, you got to tighten that up. I got to do that for radio. I can't just go, oh, what am I going to play? And you got to make sure you kind of have what's going on next, right? So that's a really important part. So
It keeps the interest going, huh?
yeah. I see you got some interest. I'm looking at a picture of you here. Dancing or playing on a restaurant bar. Looks like on your website. I got to hear the story behind that. What is going on here?
These things sometimes happen, Bruce, on a Saturday night.
Well,
Do that.
and I did ask permission earlier in the night, but I think it was a person that wasn't working there. So when I climbed up on the chair, I didn't even figure out how I was going to get down, but it was a beautiful slab of marble.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there
Nice.
doing nothing. They weren't serving food off of it or anything. And I just got new cowboy boots, and I thought they would look good on that marble.
Because I think you just ruined the whole health program for that restaurant.
Well, they took the marble out after that. The bar owner told me, he said, we took away your dance floor.
Oh, jeez. The other one I got to ask about is this one where looks like you're being handcuffed by your police friends. I need to know what's going on with this one too.
So those are real DPS Texas sheriffs.
Okay.
And,
What did you do?
and we're doing a photo shoot for the CD cover or album cover. And there's a photographer, a camera caddy, and wardrobe, and a bunch of booze cans and booze laying around. And they roll up. Now, this is a real remote country road in Texas, like Manchaca, Texas. And it's there's nobody around. But when you're going down the street, there's this one house, and he had catfish heads on the fence. So I don't know if it's some voodoo thing, but I figured I'd be worried about him more than the cops. So we get down to a couple of locations, and I scouted all these locations out first and thought everything was cool. These officers rolled up, and they said, "Just what the hell do you think you're doing, trespassing on the land here?" I said, "We're shooting pictures, and we're gonna make a video for music." He said, "What the hell kind of music is it?" I said, "Well, it's both kinds, sir, country and western." So immediately they loved it. They just said, "Pick your stuff up." And I thought, well, I've got them standing here. Would you guys mind pretending to handcuff me? And that's the picture. They're pretending to handcuff me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't say rap, because in Texas that would have got you not only thrown out of the state but locked up. And
I'm honestly, I knew I had to say country. You see their hats, their Stetsons.
I know. I used to run Texas, and I used to run Texas a lot. My dad used to live in Dallas, so I'm
Oh, really?
for sure. So
So you were a long haul trucker to Texas.
Yes, I did Houston quite regularly. I love running Texas. It's in the trucking
big
industry.
state.
Devin would know this. In the trucking industry, that is the perfect run for drivers. It's far enough that you get lots of miles. You're going south. It's fairly good trucking, that way. So most drivers prefer to go that way if they can. So
you know what, Bruce?
yeah,
the
sure.
experiment worked because you chose the exact two songs that are geared towards that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You chose both of them. Like, so it's that's what we're gearing ourselves to, is people that are interested in that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, great.
And Bruce, back in the Fire was written in the cab of a freight shaker hauling cattle from Paris, Ontario, Canada to Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. So I'm sitting there with my acoustic while he's jamming gears and coming up with this song, and so it's authentic that way. But it also, when I was in Austin, won an award for best rock blues category.
Oh, nice.
So that's just an added, I forgot about that stuff. There's so much going on. I forget at my age.
Well, that's why we do interviews, to bring you back to what you were doing.
Oh, the stories he could tell you, Bruce, would probably take you all day to get through them.
You've probably got quite a few of your own, Mr. Devin, because I know you've been around for a long time on the music and the trucking scene. So I'm sure there's lots.
Yeah, there's plenty.
You can share. I don't know if there's any with this particular band. So have you got new music coming out now? I think Devin said you guys were in the studio and kind of working on some stuff right now. Is it when you
we got one particular song. I got a 65 Dodge D100 slant 6, 3 on the tree, all bone stock. So somebody told me a long time ago, write about what you know. And I think Willie Nelson told me, and I thought, well, I know about this truck because I've replaced all the parts on it and drive it, and I know, the whole runaround on it. And the song's called Love My Truck.
Right.
Rocks. I should send it to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got our indie show every Friday. I'm happy to play anything that you want to send me. And, of course, our whole station is geared to the trucking industry. That's why it's called Lead Pedal Radio.